Sakamoto days. After spending over an hour talking about One Piece, it's time for Sakamoto Days, chapter 221, Protect. Protect, guys. We have missed a lot in Sakamoto Days as well. Last we left off, Sakamoto came in to save the day and then got his ass beat by X and the rest of the Order, only to be saved by Shin and the squad. They were trying to literally resuscitate him in the last chapter, and Shin used his mind control powers to get his heart beating again. We open this chapter with color pages, actually. We see Sakamoto's wife watching the news and hearing about the battle at the aquarium. And we get a nice 2-page spread with Fat Sakamoto, who I miss seeing.
I have something to say about the last chapter.
Oh, yeah. What is it? So,
when we want to talk about suspension of disbelief, I want to know what's worse. Thinking that a man can use almost anything in his environment as a deadly weapon and beat the shit out of multiple assassins, or that someone could use mind control to tell their heart to start pumping again.
Well, I guess in theory, your heart pumping can be controlled by the brain, right?
Sure.
I'm no doctor.
I think everything is, right?
Right? I'm no doctor, but I feel like that line of logic makes sense. I don't think that it needs that much suspension of disbelief, you know?
Okay.
As much as I don't hate the tunnel effect, I do think that it is a higher bar for the suspension of disbelief than this.
What was worse, this or the lottery shit? Or when they got sliced and I thought he got sliced at the right molecule time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That I feel like I said as much as I don't hate that moment, I feel like
that's what you said. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
The tunnel effect is the big.
Oh, that's what that was called?
Yeah.
Yeah, that changed the way I looked at Sakamoto forever.
I didn't mind it so much. I think it made sense. I wasn't.
What that did to me is what the jail arc did to Brian.
Yeah, fuck that arc.
Anyway, so it works. Shin mind controls Sakamoto's heart into beating again, and everybody made the exact face we all did when we read it. Like, oh.
Probably for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
We all made that face nonetheless.
Oh, no, I think Heisuke is definitely thinking about the ramifications of the suspension of disbelief.
Yeah. He's like, wow, this series just jumped out the fucking window, huh? I'm about to do some wild shit next.
Guys, we may have jumped the shark as a people. But it worked.
About the no 60 fucking a no scope 360 snipe somebody while falling off a skyscraper.
Yeah, that
doesn't even sound that crazy, actually.
Actually, no, not crazier than mind controlling someone's heart into beating again. But anyway, Shin passes out because he used a ton of his power to do this. And we see a random foot appear as he's passing out. A shaded figure emerges. Meanwhile, we cut to an abandoned building where we see Osuragi resting and, Shishiba hanging out with the sniper guy. Nagumo showed up, and he's there with his usual smiley, nonchalant self, being like, thanks for creating a disturbance. You made my job easier. And he's like, what? Are you mad? As Shishiba grabs his coat. He's like, of course I am, you piece of scum. While you were raging, and Nagumo was like, while you were raging at the JAA HQ, I infiltrated deep inside the HQ and gathered intel. That was the plan, right? He's like, no, my plan was to kill X. But Oki, Torres, and those other freaking JAA losers were a pain in the butt. You funneled all the enemies my way. And Nagumo was like, pretty much, yeah. And I thought you would be fine because Osuragi was with you. He's like, I didn't expect you both to get creamed, but I thought at least you'd kill a few of them.
Yeah.
So, they start fighting. He's like, go to hell. After I kick your ass, I'm done. And Nagumo's like, hey, you're cool with letting X continue this crap? And they both start attacking these JAA thugs that appear to kill them, and there's more. And they have their little debate while fighting these guys. And Shishiba mentions that he's not in the order anymore. Literally, as one of them dies, he's like, how do you know?
It's like, because you're a side character, bro.
Yeah,
they have
dude,
more important things to discuss.
Yeah.
You're not even a side character. Yeah, you're fodder.
I don't even know why you came here.
Doesn't even have a name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your name is How'd He Know Guy.
The guy that got smoked in his first panel of existence.
Yeah. But yeah, more guys show up and they fight as they debate. They're saying Nagumo's like, that's kind of irresponsible. We're the law and order, protecting law and order was our job. The state of this country is on us too. And Shishiba's like, stop capping, bro. That's not who you are. You're a nonchalant guy. You don't care about this stuff.
Right.
And he's like, it's good for the world. It's good. It's for the good of the world. It's for people. I don't trust guys who try to justify killing that way. He said, be honest for once, Nagumo. Why do you really want to kill X? And Nagumo was like, huh?
He finally stopped smiling.
Yeah.
Oh, we got him.
Not so nonchalant anymore. The guy leans over the bed, and then Osaragi pulls out her giant fucking buzzsaw and saws this guy clean in half.
How did I miss that?
She just goes, "Rrr." That was crazy. So, all the bad guys are taken out. And,
yo, he's dead as hell.
Yeah, he's mad dead. He's very dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so she's awake and she's crying. And she's crying because she lost to the order, even though she'd been given permission to murder in exchange for protecting law and order. Now I have no reason to exist. And Nagumo's like, see, Osaragi gets it. And Nagumo actually has some self-reflection there, where he's like, why do you really want to kill X? And he thinks to himself about the time that X used Akao's personality to talk to him. And he says, I won't waver this time. Even if Akao's personality comes out, I'll kill him. And Shishiba is like, Nagumo, say whatever you want. My feelings won't change. I have no interest in what X does or who dies in this country. I'm not into just accepting defeat. That's all. As he super cool flips his jacket on, and we have our new other squad out there trying to take down the order. We see that X. We then cut to X, who's like looking for Sakamoto still, and Lightning Guy is like, you're a little too focused on Sakamoto, don't you think? He's like, he wasn't as tough as rumored to be. With that wound, is he even still alive? And X mentions that he won't die that easy, and as long as he's alive, he'll keep standing in my way. He said, I will never be able to move forward unless I kill him. Electricity Guy is like, all right, I'll help you, but okay, when we're done with this, you better amp it up.
That was his way of saying, stop being a bitch.
Yeah, start locking in, bro. Get up, dude. It's getting crazy. He says, we can't have our leader moping around forever. Haruma and the others will be rolling over in their graves. I don't know who Haruma is. I forgot. I don't know.
Me neither.
I have to reread Sakamoto Days. I feel like I've forgotten half the series.
It might be a lot better.
Yeah.
To read through it like that.
Yeah. But anyway, we then cut back to Sakamoto, who is in, I guess, this world's equivalent of the healing tank that Goku's in, where he's healing on his way to Namek, which is just a hospital bed in this world.
They even used the line where they're like, his life depends on his own life force, like whether he decides to or not. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Very shonen.
I definitely rolled my eyes pretty hard after I read that, but it's okay.
He says, you boys better scram. X is after you, right? You don't stand a chance with Taro in this state. And Shin is like, I appreciate your concern, but I'm not running away. Mr. Sakamoto created this place for us, and I care about it too. I'm prepared to fight to the last to defend it. That's what Mr. Sakamoto would do. And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days chapter 221?
I think Shin is going to need a lot of help, which he'll have.
Yeah.
But
yes, some heavy hitters there.
If somebody was to read this chapter completely out of context, they would think he's a fucking psychopath for saying that. There's no. I guess they wouldn't need to see him lose before.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm talking mad shit about Shin. Let me stop. He just brought Sakamoto back to life with his life. That's some Charles Xavier shit.
It really is.
Yeah. Maybe he can actually calm down the Phoenix too. Just relax.
Relax.
There was something I wanted to say. So, Chris, I'm gonna bring back this reoccurring segment that I've started recently, where I relate things in the comic to Marvel Rivals, so I can just kind of help you understand the experience. You know,
I won't. I haven't played Marvel Rivals.
No, I know, but it's just try to show you an example of something.
Okay.
So you see these guys that jump through the window. If you go to page 14,
I remember. Yeah.
Right. Notice how they got smoked immediately. So in hero shooter games, right, you have dive characters. What dive characters do are people that quite literally like jump into like the enemy team and try to pick off like specific enemies or whatever.
I feel like that would be me.
It's pretty fun. It's actually really fun. However, sometimes yo ass gets jumped because you overextend. It happens, you know what I mean? Even to the best of players, you get caught out there sometimes. And that's exactly what happened to these people. They dove and got fucking smoked immediately. Like they all got hit with crowd control, which is just like
they got CC'd.
It's like when you get stunned. Like so if you're like frozen in place, or like if somebody uses a move that like makes you come towards them, basically fucking up your movement. Like and I felt like it's crazy because we was talking about how these guys was fodder, and then I started relating to them on that level. Like, holy shit, I've been a fodder ass nigga sometimes in some of my games, and maybe I should clean it up. You know? Yeah. Like, think about the guy that got caught up by Osurigi. You see how bad that was?
That was terrible.
Imagine that being you.
Yeah, that guy got ganked.
I feel like that would be me in this
I
world.
don't even know what that means, Brian, but I think I feel like I do though.
It means when you like the laner is laning and he's farming minions against his lane opponent, and then
different legs.
He's LOL.
He's laning against his minions and he's playing against his own laner.
I'm sorry.
And his laner calls for the jungler to show up, and then the jungler shows up and cuts him in half.
It wows you out and violates. I do.
Bro, I feel like that. Mr. Krabs meme just now. Like, where am I? What was that? The jungler? Well, what?
Yeah, the jungler showed up.
Jungler is an offensive person. He comes to assassinate people. He picks people off. They're kind of like Dive too, in a way.
I'm old. That's how I feel.
Hey,
well, junglers have been around for like 20 years at this point.
News to me.
Yeah, I've only been like a level maybe 2 nerd, 3 at most. That's like level fucking 9 or 10.
I thought I was a pretty big nerd, but I guess I'm not. Like, being not as big a gamer sets me back a few levels, I think.
League of Legends does sound fun though.
No, don't do it.
I heard it transforms. Yeah, I was gonna say I heard it transforms you into a miserable person though. I kind of want to do it as an experiment. I want to play it like for like a month.
It's like
How miserable can I get?
No, your month, that will be the most miserable month of your life playing video games. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, I'll be able to document me week by week. It'll be funny.
I'll make a documentary about it.
First week, I just started playing, and then the next week, I'm like,
you will be contemplating your life's decisions after one day of playing League of Legends.
Third week, y'all see me with a cigarette. I'm like, like it's fucking bogus, Josh. Fourth, I'm punching my fucking laptop because I lost the fucking.
Guys, I can't do the pod today. I just boxed my laptop into oblivion. I gave my MC roll.
My lane. Now my fucking lane opponent is shoving his fucking fist down my throat. The entire game, I'm not allowed to play the game.
Yeah, and then you Akainu your laptop.
I'm gonna Photoshop a laptop where aces.
My jungler into my lane, my mid laner is calling me slurs, and my bot lane is getting fisted. What am I gonna do?
That's what Brian has said before, for sure. Brian said that ironically before.
I don't understand why you would play LOL but not Rivals, Brian.
Because I'm so burnt out on hero shooters. I played Overwatch so religiously. Like, I played that game so much, bro. It's way too much. So now it's just like every time I play hero shooters, it's like it doesn't do it for me anymore. Like I could play them at a pretty reasonably high level, just like because of my repetition. But
you don't have the joy. There's no joy there.
Yeah, it's like I'm shooting the ball with a straight face. You know what I mean?
When you dive with Captain America, you don't. It just doesn't feel the.
Well, all right, Captain America is a different story though. Like I could play Cap all day, but the thing is, the game eventually gets boring as hell.
This isn't the pre-show chat.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is getting all right. This is it's getting a little deep into that. Sorry for the example. I thought it was apt, but man, back to Sakamoto days. I'm actually very curious about like Nagumo's mindset as far as him moving forward. Clearly has an emotional connection like towards X. Like he's hurt. He's like hurt because he's has access to what's the girl's name? Akao. Yeah, Akao. So
that's a good way to remember the name, I guess.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, he wants to kill him for it too. I wonder how he's gonna feel when somebody tells him, "Listen, that's not actually a cow."
He's gonna be bummed out.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to be that upset. He ain't doing it for justice. He's a nonchalant guy. He don't care about that shit. You said it, bro. You said it. There's a lot of aura maxing in this chapter. Yeah. That's for sure.
Two guys aura farming is the entire chapter.
Yeah, plus Shin. Yeah. I like this chapter. Brian, what are your thoughts?
I probably don't have too much to add. This is a pretty all right chapter, honestly. I'm really curious as to how Shen is going to develop enough to kind of hold it down until Sakamoto kind of wakes up. So we'll see. But aside from that, not many thoughts.
Hell yeah. I thought it was good. I like Nagumo. Honestly, I remember his fight with that Gaku guy. And I remember his like weapon was really cool. So I'm glad he's back in the story and he's gonna do cool shit. I don't know how the story is gonna advance from here. I guess there's just gonna be a couple mini arcs of fighting the Order until Sakamoto comes back, hopefully fat and saves the day. But Yeah, I don't know. I like this chapter a good amount. I'm excited to see Shin's resolve pay off, even though he got jumped pretty badly by everybody in the order. I imagine there might be even a trading arc because now they have Atari and they can probably improve Shin's ESP that way. So I'm sure maybe there'll be a trading arc in order to get Shin up to maybe even Sakamoto's level. Or it's close.
I fucking hope.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I did like this chapter. I liked Shishiba and that squad. So I'm excited to see how they advance.